Hi, welcome to Florida Climate Week. I'm Mary and we're going to follow the money. I'm with the Electrification Coalition. I am the Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina campaign organizer. And the Electrification Coalition is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. And we're the ones who are driving the policies and actions that are going to electrify all modes of transportation. And this is going to help protect our economy, our national security, our public health, and American jobs. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Inflation Reduction Act, otherwise known as the IRA. So about 1 year ago, President Biden signed a bill that is going to create tons of investment in the electrification of transportation. And this is going to make a huge shift in the future of our transportation. The bipartisan infrastructure law is $350 billion in investments. This is approximately year 2 of the program. The money is coming down into our roads, our bridges, our rails. This is going to help tackle the climate crisis. It's also going to advance environmental justice, and it's going to invest in the communities that have too often been left behind. So let's talk about pollution and where it's coming from here in Florida. Our number one source of pollution is coming from our automobiles. I live in Orlando, and I can tell you I-4 is a mess. It's bumper to bumper traffic. Imagine if you go to Miami, Tampa, Sarasota, Jacksonville. As we have all these major cities in Florida and all the traffic on I-95, I-4, I-75, this is where our pollution is coming from. But what happens if we switch over to electric? This will make a huge difference in our air pollution here in Florida. So now we're going to talk about how to find the money here in Florida. You're going to find this tool extremely helpful. I'm going to show you how to use a really nice tool called the EV Funding Finder. This is a tool that's super easy to use, and it's going to help you identify all the federal transportation funding opportunities that are out there. This is going to answer your question about where is the money and how do I get it. So the EV Funding Finder is super easy to use. First, you're going to decide, are you a city? Are you a school? Are you an EV advocate? Maybe you're a nonprofit. Are you from a state agency? Are you a rural community? Maybe you're an individual, could be a business. So you're going to click whichever box represents you. Then you're going to go to the next step, which is a funding scenario. Are you going to purchase EVs? Are you going to lease them? Maybe you want light duty. Maybe you have a fleet. Maybe you need to upgrade some access to your EV equipment. All these questions are going to help you narrow the funding sources that are available to you. So this slide is really cool because it shows you some examples. This is a made-up company called Mustang. And it says that Mustang is a leading freight company. They have a massive fleet footprint. They're driving thousands of miles each day from the port. And what they're looking to do is maybe go electric, and it will put this information inside the funding binder, and it will give some suggestions on where to go look for different grants. So one of them here on the left says that there's a grant to reduce emissions in ports. And then it will spit out even more suggestions on where to go find some funding. So again, you would click on whatever scenarios apply to you. Maybe you're a nonprofit, maybe you're a small fleet company. So you put this information in, and then it will spit out all sorts of different ways to find funding. This is such a huge help for you. Instead of having to go look through all sorts of different records online, this tool will make your life so much more easy. So I just talked about our EV Funding Finder. But we have several other tools you may want to go check out on our website. This is just a short list, but we have many that are listed. For example, we have a EV policy showroom. We have something called a Spark Kit and a Drive tool, which help you calculate how much money you'll save if you switch over to EV. We even have a guidebook on rural communities and what happens if you drive EVs in rural communities or if your fleet is in a rural community. We have a toolkit on how to electrify transportation in municipalities. Maybe your bus system here in Orlando, our bus system just went electric. So these are just some of the things you may want to go check out on our website. I also thought I would give you an update on some of the other work that the Electrification Coalition is doing here in Florida. One of our projects is we have a rural EV primer. This goes out to the utility fleets and the rural electric co-ops. That means places like the Withlacoochee Rural Co-op. We gave them this primer. So we're working on this across the state of Florida for all the different rural utility companies. We also held a roundtable, and this is based on geographic region. The last one we held was in Tallahassee, and we had lots of speakers. We have mayors, commissioners, transportation directors from schools that have electric school buses, even nonprofit groups. And we will come out and talk to them, or we will have them come to our rural roundtables to learn more about some of the projects we're working on. One of the really fun projects we do every year is EV Day at the Capitol. So what we do is we actually take the courtyard in front of the Capitol building in Tallahassee, and we show all the latest models of EVs. We even had a tractor this year. It's where the representatives get to come down and they get to meet the industry people. We can talk technical with them. We discuss the benefits of EVs in the Sunshine State. It's like a giant show and tell is what it is. And it's just a fun event, and it's a great way to get more information across to our voting reps about why it's important to go electric in Florida. Another event that will be coming up is something called Barrels to Batteries, a roundtable on rural transportation, electrification in the Southeast. And it's from South Beach to the Smokies. We're inviting all sorts of people from Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and parts of South Carolina to come to a one-day conference in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Harris Conference Center at the community college there. And we have an incredible lineup of speakers. And it's a great way to come and hear different cities and towns talk about the challenges and share advice between all the different states, maybe how they found money, maybe how they got their city buses to go electric, maybe how they got school buses to go electric, or even a nonprofit. I know the Urban League in North Carolina happens to be thinking about putting EV chargers on their buildings, what they're going to do. So this is what the event's all about, to come share information. And so we'd love for you to share this with anyone you might. It is free and lunch is provided. So if you know anyone who's interested, please ask them to go to our website and register. And my last slide is about a joint event that the Electrification Coalition will be hosting with Orlando Utility Commission. This is going to be on November 7th. We're bringing together fleet-focused vehicles that are all electric. We're going to talk about different kinds of vehicles, charging equipment. We're going to have the service providers there. We're going to provide lunch also. And this is designed for municipalities, maybe cities, counties who have fleets. Also, if someone has a private fleet, that means it could be a delivery company. Maybe it's a company that runs shuttle buses to the Tampa airport, the Miami airport, the villages. I know that the Orlando airport, I see all sorts of hotel fleet vehicles all the time. We want them to come check out these electric vehicles. They get to do ride and drives. This is going to be at Sun Tracks. This is a great big racetrack down in Auburndale, Florida, down by Polk County. So if you know anyone that wants to attend, please ask them to go register for the event. And the website is listed. So I have included my contact information. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And thank you for following the money today. Hope to see you at a charging station in your electric vehicle very soon. Thanks. Bye.